Have you been diagnosed with nasal polyps? Contact Prism Clinical Research for more information about our nasal polyp study.
Welcome to our final pitch presented by Prism Research at Target Field with Tim Laudner. I'm Anthony LaPanta. The Twins hit 4 home runs here on Sunday afternoon. They rally from down 5 to win by 6. 13-7 the final. Minnesota splits the 4-game series, and they hang out of their spot in the wild card race. This team just continues to bounce back every time they seem to be backed against the ropes.
And this was a very important game today against these Toronto Blue Jays, a team that's been very tough on them, and a team that has come into Target Field and played very tough here against these Minnesota Twins. It was a game that they needed, to take the season series from the Toronto Blue Jays. They spotted them 5 in the first couple of innings, and yet they battled back. A team that's been resilient all year continued to be resilient today, grinding out the at-bats, grinding out the runs, a couple of big crooked number innings, 7 in the second, 6 in the fifth, and they take the series against the Toronto Blue Jays over the season this year.
2 big innings, offense up and down the lineup for Minnesota. That always seems to be the case. 4 home runs, 2 by Eddie Rosario, a grand slam for Joe Mauer, who had 3 hits in the game. Byron Buxton also a 3-hit game for the Twins. And Kyle Gibson gave up 5 runs in the first 11 hitters that he faced, but then settled down to give the Twins 6 very good innings. In his last 4 starts, the Twins have scored 50 in support. Tonight, 13-7 the final. And after the game, Paul Molitor talked about playoff atmosphere at Target Field.
I mean, the atmosphere has been great. Fans were great all week. You know, you could feel the air sucked out of you a little bit after the start. And but, you know, Rosie got us on the board, and Buck followed up, and we put together a big inning. You know, you put up 7 when you're trailing by 5, and all of a sudden you're playing with a lead. It just changed the whole complexity of the game.
Final road trip of the season for the Twins starts Monday night in New York against the Yankees. The series probables: Santana, Barrios, and Colon for Minnesota. 3 guys that have been the Twins' best down the stretch for large parts of this season. And now those 3 will get the ball in New York as the Twins open a 10-game road trip, 3 against the Yanks.
And it's going to be a tough road trip for these guys. It's a long road trip. It comes at the end of the year. It comes when you're tired, but you're also emotionally charged by the fact that you are in the wild card race right now. And you want to talk about some atmosphere? Yeah, Twins had some really good atmosphere around Target Field this weekend. But atmosphere is going to show up on Monday night in New York, in the Bronx, at Yankee Stadium. And it's going to be really good for these guys to get a taste of what might possibly come down the pike for these guys in just a couple of short weeks.
All 3 games on Fox Sports North. It starts Monday night, 5:30 for Twins Live, before the Twins and Yankees open the 3-game series. For Tim Laudner, I'm Anthony LaPanta. That's our final pitch, presented by Prism Research.